So this was my last video, and since I just had Haru sitting in a chair after walking, I thought maybe I would share how to help Santa land on a roof. Here, the next scene, I had him landing on the words, but how can we animate him to have him land and then take off? Whoop, I went kind of fast. So what I did is I just copied the scene from that piece, and I'll show you what I did. So I won't show you all of this setup. This is just text. These are the two characters, and I used our new particles that you can find in components right here, and I just dragged that to the canvas. And I believe I also used a lower opacity, but I went in here and you can change. I won't show all of this now, but I did use one of the presets. So you can, I think I lowered the opacity on it. But that's how I got the background, was the new particles. All right, so let's look at Santa. I like this Santa mostly because I like those reindeer. So what we do here, I'm just going to add a track right here above. As you can see, I'm going to increase this a little bit. As you can see, I have him starting off the screen at the first keyframe. At the end of that, he's at an angle. He had come up at an angle. And then I just used position, scale, and rotation. I put them all in there because it just, if I end up rotating it a little and not realizing it, it doesn't mess me up. So I just put all three of those, but this really only needed the position. Then what I did is I used position and rotation with the easing of linear, just to have him turn a little bit because he's heading up. So now he comes down a little bit, and the position brings him above the words. And if I click on this, you're going to see he's still at an angle here, because what I noticed is if I put him straight, Santa's a little bit crooked on that, and I just liked the way that looked a little bit better. They still look straight and he looks straight. Then I had him there for a little while. And that movement is actually part of the character animation, so I didn't do anything there. And then I had him move up. So here I really only need position. So let's see what I did. I put both of them. Oh no, I didn't need a little bit of rotation because I think I moved him up. And then I just had him move right off the screen. So let's hide him. Go up and get our Santa. So he is in characters. I'm just going to do the search. This is the Santa that has the riding on a sleigh with the reindeer that I like. And I'm going to bring him down here so we can just kind of see where I had some of those. I'm going to click and drag this so he is on the sleigh the whole time. I'm going to move to where I want him to start. And I had him going at an angle, so I'm just going to put him up a little bit. I'm going to move him off the canvas. I am going to make sure he's highlighted. Click Add Animation, Position. I didn't really change the scale, but like I said, sometimes I just do those in case I move anything and it doesn't mess it up. The easing was linear. I'm going to move to the last keyframe. I'm going to put it at the same spot I had the other one. Then all I'm going to do is click and drag up. Now I want to do the slight turn and position down here. So right on that last keyframe, I'm going to add another keyframe, linear, position, rotation. I didn't do any scale, but let me just click that anyways. And then I'm going to go to this end, and I'm going to rotate to what I want him to be and bring him right down where I want him. Let's see. How does that look? Not too bad. I could make it a little longer probably, but I was timing it to the music in my last one. So you can just make it a little bit longer if you want by moving the keyframe to the right. Slowly and gracefully lands. And then you can add another keyframe, linear, position, rotation. And he's going to flat. Whoop. Let me lock that. It's on the top, so it's grabbing when I try to grab Santa. And let's just move him off the screen. And let's see how that looks. You can add it as a house, a house top if you want there. I might make that go a little bit longer, but you can make it a house. So instead of words, you have the roof. You can do whatever you want, but there's a way that you can do some more than one custom animation, and you can make the rotation and the position. So if you decide at some point that you want him to get a little smaller at the end, if you have scale, you can make him a little smaller, like he's riding off into the distance. Let's see. I didn't make it too much, but here we go. And he's kind of getting smaller as he rides away. All right, I hope that helped. And you can make some great Christmas stuff with Santa. Have a great one.